I know I made a video pretty recently saying that SGA was the MVP, and the odds going into today had him as the pretty clear favorite to win the MVP award. But I'm just having a hard time. The way that Jokic has been playing lately, the way that the Nuggets as a team have been playing lately, now 12 games over 500 at 28-16, looking like a serious contender again, a real contender for a top 2 or 3 seed. Like, it just becomes harder and harder to not argue that Jokic isn't the best freaking player in the league. I mean, 35 points, 22 rebounds, 17 assists, and 1 turnover tonight. A 17-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That is historically great. Team best. Well, no, I'm sorry. Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther had better plus minuses, but a plus minus of 11. The Nuggets without him are losing by 11 points in wait, no, they won by 9. So I guess they're losing by 2 points. But in a 11-minute sample size, the rest of the game, they're up by 11. Jokic just dominant in every way. I mean, truly incredible stuff. Is he a great defender? No. Is he a poor rim protector? Absolutely. I think the defensive metrics for him, in all honesty, while impressive at times, are skewed. They're not as impressive this year as they have been in previous years, but I think they're absolutely skewed. And I think he does a good job of staying out of play, so therefore he doesn't get credit with certain things that other bigs would, because he doesn't make enough effort to really contest shots. I mean, there's just not a ton of effort as a shot contester by Jokic. He's not an elite defender. I don't care what advanced metrics in the past have said. The eye very clearly shows him as a poor defensive player. There's no doubt about it. But offensively, he's the best player we've ever seen. And I don't even think that's like, that's the crazy thing about it. That's not an insane statement. I think he might actually be the best offensive player in the history of the NBA. He's that good. This is just, we've never ever seen anything like this, dude. It's unbelievable, and it makes up for him being a poor defender. I just don't care, to be totally honest, because when you are shooting 20 shots a game, his efficiency from 2-point range, by the way, is down this year, below 60%, because teams are selling out for him more than ever in that aspect. And so you can criticize that a little bit if you want, but he's more contested than ever down there, more game planned for than ever, because Jamal Murray is not the same player he once was. While Michael Porter Jr. has been really good and Aaron Gordon's been really good, Aaron Gordon's missed a bunch of games. This team's still not super deep. Russ has been awesome, and Russ has helped the Nikola Jokic offensive performances because he is so good at finding Jokic and running that 2-man game and getting Jokic the ball in the right spots. But at the same time, the dude is averaging 30 points, 3.5 offensive rebounds, 13 rebounds in total, a triple-double basically at 9.9 assists. This was before tonight's game. So after tonight's game, he'll be back over 10 assists. I mean, legitimately the most talented offensive player we've ever seen. And again, he's shooting 47.5% from 3 on over 4 attempts a game, which is a career high in attempts and obviously by far a career high in percentage. But I mean, he's second in the league in 3-point percentage behind Sabonis, who also, by the way, is having an incredibly underrated season, had 23, 19, and 8 tonight. A really good game in his own right, but there's just a different level to Jokic. He's 67% from 3 tonight, 12 and 19 from the field in total, 22 rebounds and 17 assists. It's just, we've never seen anything like this guy. I don't know how you, I almost don't even know how you compare him to people. Because what player in the history of basketball is this impactful in this many different ways? There's never been a player like this. The closest thing you can say statistically is Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook, but those dudes were point guards. And on top of that, Oscar Robertson played before the 3-ball. Russ has never been an efficient 3-point shooter. Jokic is having a historically great shooting season. He's literally one of the best shooting big men we've ever seen. There is nothing offensively that he does not do, not just at an elite level, but at a historically elite level, besides dunking the ball. And who cares? You don't need to be able to dunk the ball with consistency. You don't need to be a freak athlete. When you're this efficient, have this much touch, this much elite shooting ability, this much just ridiculous court vision and decision-making and ability. And look, SGA's having a great year. The Thunder are a great team. I do not want to take away from them. 36-8 is incredibly impressive. Yes, the Nuggets have 8 more losses, but the Nuggets are a game and a half back of the 2 seed at this point. When the Nuggets were the 6 seed, there was a lot more of an argument, I think, for SGA as the MVP. But recently, look, SGA scored 54 points a couple nights ago. Shout out to him, career high. It took him 35 shots at which he shot less than 50%. Now, that is not horribly inefficient, but he made a ton of free throws, which helped him out in that case. He was also playing Utah, not the most impressive team, to be fair. And when you look at the greatness of these guys scoring 50 plus points on a consistent basis, guys who have scored 50 plus, Jokic in the past, Luka, these other superstars who have put up 50 points multiple times, it's a different level of efficiency. Shai just does not have the level of efficiency and playmaking and decision making and things of that nature that Jokic has. It's just not close. And I mean, as great as Shai is and as great of a season as he is having, and he has been incredible, I don't know how you make an argument for anybody other than Nikola Jokic. The numbers just really are not all that close. So we're going to compare real quickly just to see, just so I can demonstrate how different the numbers are. Look, Shai's averaging 2 more points a game. That's great. Jokic is averaging 8 more rebounds a game, 4 more assists a game, almost as many steals. Look, I get I am of the opinion that steals and blocks can be a little bit overrated at times. And I mean, I think Jokic is in a lot of ways a poor defender, especially when it comes to sheer rim protection. But he is very smart, very crafty, gets his hands in the right places, creates and forces turnovers better than almost any other big in the game. And he's just so much more efficient. I mean, as great as SGA is efficiency-wise, having a career best and historically efficient season for a guard inside the three-point arc, he's shooting less than 35% from three. Jokic is at 47.5% from three. Jokic is way more efficient. His box plus minus is still noticeably better despite SGA having one of the better box plus minus seasons in the history of the sport. Jokic's box plus minus this season would be the highest box plus minus of any player in the history of the NBA. I mean, the guy is just having an unbelievable year in so many ways. And look, I don't want to criticize SGA because I think SGA is a better defender than Jokic. I think he is a top 4 player in basketball, and you could argue top 3, but he's not Nikola Jokic. And when there's a 10 game plus record difference and a significant seeding difference from like 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, something like that, there's absolutely an argument for SGA. Lately, as the Nuggets keep winning, that argument goes away. Because I'm sorry, a 3-seeded Denver is a terrifying team with Jokic playing this well, and a 3-seeded Denver with Jokic playing this much better than everybody else in the offensive end of the court is absolutely a good enough team for Jokic to win MVP. There's just no argument in my mind whatsoever that if they continue to win like this, he doesn't deserve to win the MVP award. And look, I changed my mind at the end of the day, and I might change my mind again. There might come a moment where I change my mind and decide that I think SGA deserves to win the MVP. Right now, I don't know how you don't give it to Jokic. The things he is doing are truly never seen before. It's absolutely insane out of a 6'11" big. He's unbelievable. He's truly unbelievable. One of the greatest players, not just of our generation, but of all time. I think there's a serious, I think people aren't really historically giving Jokic the credit he deserves yet, but it's becoming undeniable. He's legitimately already, I think, in the conversation of top 10 greatest players of all time. And how high can he get? I don't really know. I know he's not that great defensively, but he is so special in so many ways offensively. He's the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. And I don't even think that's gassing. It's truly unbelievable. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Be back with more NBA content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.